Hey everybody, Brian Blessing coming to you from Las Vegas, and hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families. Football, we had the NFL, we had college. Lions make an early statement. Well, they're going to be bumping heads again down the road. Philly and Dallas and San Francisco and Seattle. Mark Sanchez looking pretty salty. That Eagles offense, they're getting McCoy going as well. That's a big deal. OddsWorthBetting.com has the featured pick of the day for you, available right below this video. And what a day it is. It's the long Thanksgiving weekend. So we've got a monster slate of games in all sports and college football. Rivalry weekend really gets rocking and rolling. Some of the best games we've got to deal with on Friday, Nebraska and Iowa. Nebraska lit up by Wisconsin, then Minnesota beats them. Iowa's playing a little bit better of late. Arkansas, how about them? Back-to-back shutouts. They've got a date with Missouri, and Missouri has a date in the SEC championship game if they can get the W there. Stanford and UCLA. UCLA can go to the Pac-12 title game. Stanford may be 6-5, but with that defense, that could be an interesting football game. Hundley's going to be challenged mightily in that game. And then rivalry, ASU and Arizona, and the Cats hoping on Solomon's ankle that they can get him out there and he can be functional. So it's a busy Friday in college football. Of course, the NBA, 12 games on the docket, plenty to speak of, and some really big games. And how about some of the starts for some of these teams? Golden State, 12-2 start. They're 3-0 on a 5-game road trip. They've got a 7-game winning streak, playing great basketball. They're 12-4 or 12-2 going against a 4-12 Charlotte team on Friday. Clippers at Houston. This is what's crazy about Houston. Houston with a 12-3 start. You think of Harden and them up tempo and running, but with Howard in the paint, they are allowing the least amount of points in the NBA this year, just 95 points a game. And then when you think of defense, you think of Memphis and their start 13-2. They're at Portland, who's 12-3. What a game that's going to be. Portland on an incredible winning streak right now. And then Sacramento at San Antonio. Spurs have won 5 games in a row, and the Kings are off to a pretty sizzling start for that long-time struggling franchise. In college hoops, we've got plenty of action to speak of for you on a Friday with these holiday tournaments. Plenty of opportunities that the gang at OddsWorthBetting.com can identify for you. And then on ice, the National Hockey League is going to be very busy on a Friday. Just the one game with Edmonton and Nashville on Thanksgiving Day. On Friday, back-to-back, this is interesting, back-to-back matinee games. Rangers at Flyers. Saturday afternoon, it's Flyers at Rangers. Another home-and-home set this weekend, Montreal and Buffalo. We've also got Vancouver off to a really good start. Ryan Miller's made a big difference for them. They'll be visiting the Blue Jackets in Columbus. And then Minnesota is at Dallas. 11 games on ice in the National Hockey League. And then we look forward to Sunday, and the clock is ticking. Some of the early games really have playoff ramifications, but everybody's going to be focused later in the day. New England and Green Bay, Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers, a ridiculously high total in this game. Going to be played in the cold confines of Lambeau Field, but it is potentially a Super Bowl preview. Current form, the way these two teams are playing, no one would be surprised if that ended up being the case. But it's going to be a busy Friday for you. OddsWorthBetting.com. The guys there really do a great job identifying those opportunities that are available to you on the wagering board. And on this Friday, so many games are on the wagering board. Give a look at OddsWorthBetting.com. On Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. We'll preview a very busy Saturday in college football for you in this space again tomorrow. Again, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and let's get rolling into a very busy weekend on the sports wagering board.